I swear, I am not crazy. Sometimes the algorithm works, like, suspiciously well. Like, it knows you better than you know yourself. I know it's designed to show you things that you'll definitely like, but sometimes it feels like TikTok is straight up stalking me. That's how it felt when, randomly without warning, my entire For You page was suddenly absolutely flooded with K-pop demon hunters. At first, I tried to ignore it. I didn't know what it was, so I told the algorithm I wasn't interested. Pretty fair, right? It should have been simple, but the universe had other plans. The next day, I was out getting boba, and the song that was playing in the shop wasn't really my vibe, but it sounded still really catchy. I asked the barista, Bobista? Boopmeister? Whatever. I asked the employee who was playing, and he said it was the Saja Boys from K-pop Demon Hunters. Oh, the FOMO. I thanked him and I left with my taro boba. Wouldn't you know it, the moment I stepped out of the shop, the Saja Boys were plastered on the side of an effing bus, staring right at me. They were playing on the bus too. I couldn't believe it. This was worse than the Labubus. When did this happen? How did it spread so fast? Had this boy group really taken over the whole world overnight? I mean, sure, I'd seen my friends talking about them a little, but we're talking like a few sentences of conversation and some surface level tweets. And I wasn't checking them out after hearing Soda Pop. That song was just way too sweet for me. And I get double sugar in my boba. Even when I got home, I couldn't escape them. The Saja Boys were waiting for me in my YouTube recommendations, flashing those industry plant smiles. They had to be industry plants, okay? My friends wouldn't shut up about them either. They were gushing about the boys. If I rolled my eyes any harder, they would have flown off my face and landed into my boba. They say word of mouth is the best kind of marketing, and these girls were single-handedly giving Netflix all of the publicity that they could ever want. Did I mention the influx of KDPH fans that have been joining my Discord? And they've been asking for my roomie vanity URL and using my roomie tag. I turned them down, of course. A measly couple grand wasn't enough to cut it. If they wanted the URL so much, they should have offered me something more valuable, like a boyfriend. Sorry, but not really. I really thought that I'd be safe in the shower, but while I was washing my hair, Your Idol came on, and I'm not gonna lie, it made the shower feel starkly cold. It's hard to explain, but it got really hot in the shower, and not in that way. The lyrics just worked, okay? I went to check. Of course, it was the Saja Boys again. Okay, fine. I'll take a look, but after my skincare.
2 seconds later.
Okay, maybe during my skincare. They were an actual K-pop band, and they were in the movie K-pop Demon Hunters.
Coincidence? I think not!
Okay, I'll watch it. Peer pressure is one hell of a drug. Pressure from what feels like the whole world is even stronger. Plus, deep voices are my weakness, like any teenage girl. The main girl's name was Rumi. Oh my god, my name is Rumi too. But I couldn't relate. I would not relate. She was so relatable though. We could both sing. We're both like really close off emotionally, but extremely hardworking, workaholics even. I have a troubled past that affects my ability to connect with people, and I was trying so hard to ignore the Saja Boys IRL, just like Rumi in the movie. She's just like me, for real, for real. I finally understood the algorithm knew that I was the target audience from the start. It was all made for me. I want a boyfriend. I love projecting myself onto fictional characters. I get it, okay? This was it. This was fan service for women. Men talk about female gooners when the gooning is just men being nice to them. Well, it works, okay? Who am I kidding? I also really like the toxic dynamic between Rumi and Jinu, and all the male eye candy. I'm just a girl at the end of the day, inside of a candy store, made for her. Okay, enough. Enough gushing over the boys and longing for a relationship. The movie itself is actually really good, and I've tried to keep this video spoiler-free for the most part. But if you have time to kill, this movie is definitely worth a watch. It's fun, the animation is killer, and it has to be a really interesting take on K-pop. Just a nice, fluffy, comfy movie all around. So get some nice boba from the shop and give it a watch. And then make sure to talk to me about it. And tell me what you think. I'd love to hear it, you know? I could be someone's little soda pop. Oh god, this has to be sickness. TikTok has won. The game was rigged from the start. The moment the Saja Boys popped up on my For You page, it was over for me. I am still not giving into the Labubu, so gambling is in my blood. What? Be at peace.